So now I'm going to show you how to make a one-page zine. This is the one that I just made. I'm going to show you how to fold the paper into the 8-page mini zine format, and then I'm going to walk you through how I plan to put things in it, and then like my final result. So we're going to get into it. Alright, so now we're going to get into the actual zine making process. We're going to be making an 8-page mini zine that'll have a front cover and a back cover and 6 inside pages. So as you're making it, you can also start thinking about what you're going to put in your zine, how much space each page or layout that you make is going to take up. But first, we're just going to fold your paper. So you're going to take a piece of paper. I have several here because, you know, in case you mess up. And you're first going to fold it lengthwise. So some people call it hot dog. So do a hot dog fold. And I'm a little bit of a perfectionist, but honestly, your zine turns out a little bit easier to maneuver if you do fold it down really nice and neat. So really press each fold. So we're going to do one down the middle lengthwise, and then we're going to fold it in half widthwise, which is hamburger. So we're going to hamburger fold it as well. Again, pressing. And then from here, I fold one side in half as well. So you're making 8 rectangles, and those are going to be your pages. And then you're going to turn it around and fold it again. So that's just the way that I like to fold it. You can fold it in half and then in half again. So again, from having your unfolded paper, we folded it hot dog lengthwise. Then we opened it up and folded it hamburger widthwise twice. And then we unfold and look at 8 little rectangles. And those will be your pages. So we're going to cut in the middle. So in order to put a cut in the middle of this paper, we're going to fold it in half, hamburger, and just make a line so that you know which side you're going to cut. So remember, you're cutting on the edge that is folded, not the open edge. You're going to take your scissors and you're carefully going to cut only where the line is, so only halfway. So we're going to cut. And what you're left with is a paper with a hole through the middle, a slit, if you will. And from here, I like to lay it flat, lengthwise, just in front of me, and just pinch these areas. So you're going to pinch these areas and just kind of make them stand up. So you have kind of like a T. And then from here, you're just going to meet the corners to make an X or a cross. So again, we cut our slit in our paper and we fold right next to the slit, beside that middle slit that we made with the scissors. And then we're going to meet all of those corners. So this is what you're going to see from the bottom. We're meeting all those corners together and fold down. So I'm going to do it a couple more times. Again, we are folding the paper right next to the slits. We're pinching that and just having them meet. And that kind of just folds into your mini zine. And it's not going to be perfect. That's not what we're going for, really. The point is what you put in your zine, right? So there you go. You have a zine with 6 pages inside, a back cover, and a front cover. Is it recording?
Yeah.
All right, so now that you have finished folding your zine up, now we're gonna go into the planning portion. So this is basically just for you to get an idea of what you're gonna put in your zine. That way, when you're making it, you're not constantly stopping thinking really hard about it. So this helps me a lot, especially when we have collaborative zines, getting an idea of who is gonna go where. But for us, because it's just us, we can choose whatever we want to be in our zine. So I'm going to start off by choosing a title. So right now my title is Quarantine for Cuties. I'm just going to make a zine about quarantine. Yeah. And then I write out a plan of what pages I have to fill. So I write the front cover, page 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then the back cover. So for my zine, I'm going to be making 2 layouts and 2 single pages. So that means that pages 1 and 2 are going to be one entire layout, and they're going to take up two pages right next to each other. So this is really important because a layout will look different when you design it than a single page, especially when you're doing a mini zine that doesn't have that much space. So I have 2 layouts. The first one is about me, so who I am and what is quarantine. The second couple pages I'm going to use for a layout are going to be about what to do to get out of the quarantine funk. So that's going to be more like numbered advice. And then the 5th page is going to be a page all on its own, and it's going to be my quarantine playlist. And then my last page is going to be something short about kind of learning from the pandemic, from being quarantined, all that stuff. And then my back cover. I might make my back cover and my front cover a cohesive thing. They might be completely different and just say, this zine was made by me. But yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so I just finished making my mini zine. And I'm going to show you how I got from the plan I made initially to the final product. As you can see, the front cover I ended up doing last just because I get too nervous and I can't do the front cover first. But everyone is different. So we have our title, different fonts, a little rainbow action, not too many pictures or anything. And then we're going to open it up. And it's just kind of an intro to who I am and what quarantine is. So like a loose definition. I made a little drawing of myself. My second layout is how to fight quarantine blues. As you can see, I went a little too fast and I missed a couple letters. Don't judge me. Zines are meant to be imperfect, and you'll end up loving the imperfections of your zines as well. So I have 5 little tips on how to do that, and I just made little drawings because I didn't want to only have text on this page. And then on to my next couple pages, I made a quarantine playlist with 5 songs on there, just random songs that I've been listening to that have been on repeat in my playlist. And then my last page is just a quick note about what I'm learning from the pandemic. Learning for us to be together and take care of each other, and how life is precious. And I just made it look like a little window in Internet Explorer or something. And then on the back I just have my name and the year that I made it. So it doesn't have to be too complicated. And again, these are your zines, so they can look any way you want. I didn't do as many images in mine because I'm a little short on time, but zines are really amazing to put images in. You can take pictures, you can collage, cut things from magazines, anything you want. But I just wanted to show you me making a mini zine with only paper, some scissors, and some colored pens. So I hope you enjoy and you're inspired for your zine.